Hey, what's up? Hello, y'all. Welcome on back to the Complicated Entertainment Channel. How y'all feeling? You feeling good? Listen, baby, it's time to get into some tea. First things first on our menu, we have to get into the fact that it seems like all of Nicki Minaj's industry friends and family seem to be distancing themselves from her, and they're all kind of, switching up. All right? As you all know, it was rumored that Ariana Grande was dissing Nicki Minaj on her Vogue interview a few weeks ago. And come to find out, okay, she has officially unfollowed Nicki Minaj on social media. Now, Nicki Minaj has been posting her Trump stuff, her, MAGA era stuff on her accounts. And Ariana Grande seen that and was like, you know what, baby girl? I don't want to be looking at this, okay? Ariana Grande, she loves the blue side. Okay, she loves that. But Ariana Grande has officially cut ties with Nicki Minaj, and people are talking about it. But in my personal opinion, this may seem very weird, but I feel like behind the scenes, Ariana Grande is still cool with Nicki. But publicly, she has to put up a certain persona. A lot of artists have to put up this persona that they're so against Nicki Minaj. Well, let's be real. A lot of y'all are supporting what she supports, but you can't do it publicly because you're scared. You're scared you're going to piss off your entire fan base, okay? But, yeah, so let's get into that tea.
Followed Nicki Minaj after Nicki joined Erica on stage. Ariana and Nicki have been close for a long time and have worked together on music multiple times. That is why people were surprised when Ariana quietly unfollowed Nicki after a recent public appearance. The unfollow happened shortly after Nicki appeared on stage with Erica during a highly discussed live event. Clips from that moment quickly got a lot of attention across social media. Fans quickly connected the timing and started talking about what it could mean. Ariana and Nicki had supported each other publicly for years, which is why the move felt sudden. During the appearance, Nicki made several comments that left parts of the audience uncomfortable. One moment in particular stood out when Nicki used the wrong word while speaking directly to Erica. She said, "Trust me, there is nothing new under the sun that I have not heard." She then added, "I love you," and told the crowd, "You have to laugh about it." Even though the moment was brushed off on stage, many believed it caused tension behind the scenes. Not long after, people noticed that Ariana was no longer following Nicki online. Most likely reason is because of Nicki's outright support of all of them. Nicki is losing thousands of fans.
Now, me personally, I do feel like the relationship between Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj was an industry one, of course, but I feel like for a certain period of time, they were very cool. 2018, 2019. But also, we gotta be real, y'all. We have to be real. They were friends like 7 to 8 years ago. Like, we're now in 2026. We be like, okay, it's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you all have friends from 8 years ago that you're not cool with no more. So is it bad? No. It's just that their views don't align and they just not cool no more. That's fine. But I think people were just so sad to see because, they always loved Ariana and Nicki Minaj together. But, it's life, y'all. It's life. People move on. People grow. People have different opinions. Like I always say on my channel, I think everybody should believe in what they want to believe in. That's just a fact. Nobody should feel like they have to, believe in something because somebody else does. So if Nicki believes in what she believes in, Ariana Grande believes in what she believes in, that's cool. As long as there ain't no beef. I don't want them two beefing online. That's going to be so ugly. I don't want Nicki Minaj saying, "Girl, you look hungry. Girl, you still everybody's man." I don't want Nicki Minaj online cussing her out because I don't want that. I think they had a good bond industry-wise to where they don't need to fall out publicly. They don't need a public falling out, okay? I can't see Ariana Grande going back with Nicki online anyway, so yeah. Moving on to Nicki again, it seems like a lot of people are trying to speak up against Nicki Minaj now about how she's a terrible person behind the scenes to work with. Kaya Cole, Scott Jackson's mom, said, "Heard this time and time again from numerous industry people." Girl, worry about your fast-ass daughter. Worry about your daughter who can't get a booking role but getting pregnant by a loser bum. Worry about that. We got somebody else saying he ain't lying. Somebody said that's the super edited version, so they're saying that it's more to this story about her. They said, "My daughter did a video with her. She said she was absolutely horrible, especially to the woman. Trust me when I tell you, my daughter is the person that will not say anything negative about a person. So I know she was telling the truth. I also know someone that worked security for her. He said never again. He can't stand nothing about her." Also, they said anyone who has been on production with her knows this. Somebody also said, "I worked for her as a stylist early in her career. Man, yeah, what he said. She's nuts." Somebody else also said, "So not worth it." Somebody else said, telling her glam squad they can't ride in the elevator or cars with her forcing staff to work and miss funerals and weddings, refusing to pay staff, exploiting team. Child, the Barbs have no idea for real. Well, bitch, why didn't y'all mention this stuff earlier? Why y'all waiting until this Trump, everybody like dogpiling her to speak on this? Why didn't y'all make y'all dumbass, dusty ass TikTok videos the same day, the same week that it happened? I'm not buying this. It's giving me paid promo. It's giving me like y'all getting paid to say this stuff. I don't care. I don't care. Why are y'all just now speaking up if this is so true? I mean, if I went through something so traumatic with the person I worked with who was famous, I'm hopping on TikTok like same day. Unless I have an NDA, okay, I'll wait a little bit or something like that, or I'll hint at it. But why aren't you saying anything? And also, low-key, no shade. Sometimes people don't understand, but because somebody is quote-unquote acting rude on set doesn't mean that they're being mean. It's the business here. And a lot of times, people who work for other people don't understand, like, Nicki's not your fucking friend. Nicki's not your friend. Nicki doesn't owe you anything, and vice versa. You're here to do business. Point blank, period. What, you want her to give you a hug and kiss you and give you $1 million for free? No. Get your ass up and work. Pick up her bag. Pick up her wig. Redo her wig. Redo her nails. Why would somebody be yelling at y'all for no reason? Maybe you did deserve it. Maybe you don't do your job right. Maybe you maybe you really stunk at work. Like maybe your breath smelled bad and it pissed her off. Maybe you didn't wash your ass last night and it annoyed her. Mind you, nobody's saying what year they worked for her, when it was, what they were doing exactly. It's a bunch of like gray area. Oh yeah, I heard about her. Oh yeah, they said this. Oh yeah, they was like that. They said she was me. Y'all need to get up, for real.
So Ruby Rose came out of nowhere attacking Nicki Minaj, and she accused Nicki of mistreating her tour staff, and she said her ego is so outsized she had to fire someone after every show. And my thing is this, why she decided to attack Nicki now? She just wanna jump on the hate train, or she's getting paid. And also she claimed that she went on a tour with her, and she also said on one night she fired the security for not seamlessly carrying her from the stage because she went to jump of several bars early.
And also, I don't think y'all understand this, right? But a lot of people, I tell this all the time on my channel, a lot of people are just dumb as hell and slow, right? So when it comes to things being handled a certain way in terms of production or like just staff, Nicki Minaj would not have any reason to get mad at you if you were doing your job right. I also remember back in the day, like when she did TikTok Shop, right? They kept being weird and like trying to correct her and say the wrong thing. And it's like, you can kind of tell Nicki was getting annoyed. And typically, any artist or anybody who's doing something, business or whatever, they're going to be annoyed when something is not going right. Nobody's going to get annoyed or just mad for no reason.
I could have sworn I just said that On My Tippies is one of the bundles and the other one, and then you said no, those were some nails that go in that bundle. So you explain the bundles and I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys. So, like, what the fuck is going on?
And people are also bringing up Nicki Minaj on the PF2 tour with her hairstylist situation. Y'all remember that situation where she was like cussing out her stylist on stage because her stylist literally came on stage for no reason midway of her performance? Why are you coming on stage in the middle of my show? What are you doing? Like, people don't understand. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, move away. And like, no shade, everybody was in the comments trying to make her out to be a villain for this too. But if I was on stage and this hoe comes on mid-performance, I'm gonna be mad too. I'll be irritated too. Like, she literally turned her away because, girl, move. What are you doing? Move. And people did defend Nicki Minaj for that. They said, why would her stylist walk on stage mid-performance just to comb her hair? Right when she's about to perform her verse, everybody is acting like she's yelling unprovoked. Then they said, it's the same as your boss yelling at you for doing something you have no business doing. Literally. People think that just because they're celebrities, oh, be nice. Y'all, a lot of times in life, I've realized this too, because I think I'm pretty nice, I'm pretty cool. When you're nice, nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. When you all, oh, hi, oh yeah, just pick it up for me, oh. Because then once you start doing all that nice shit, all these excuses starts coming up. Oh, I can't, I'm tired. Oh, I can't because my butt hurt. I was getting fucked last night. What are you doing? Like, I really don't like that. And people don't understand that. You gotta be strict, you gotta be Like, you gotta really be on it, because nothing gets done if you always smiling and hugging. For real. Moving on to Cardi B, it seems like a new angle of her falling has launched, okay? This feels like we have a new variant out, okay? We have a new variant of the Cardi B fall, y'all. I will never let this moment rest. Cardi B, you will always, always, always be reminded that you fell in public because of a robot. And people have mentioned that robot that she fell with, well, that fell on her, was a kid robot. So people are saying, girl, how are you falling on a robot that's designed to be like a child? It's kind of strange. But in my opinion, it's not an actual child, it's a robot. So I'm not gonna be that harsh on that. But y'all, let's get to this new angle. New angle dropped. Yes, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't see her fall first time, but now we can actually see her fall. Ooh, yes, my new show has dropped, a new episode. You should have never called that little white girl a B word. You should have never called that little white girl a B word. You see how karma works? You called the little white girl a B word, now you up here falling outside on concrete, looking crazy. Did y'all see the way that heel bent over as she was trying to lean back? A lean back, a lean back, a lean back, ho, okay? But you know what's also funny to me is when she says, give me up, give me up. Give me up, give me up.
These 5 songs gonna point it to your head.
And everybody keep mentioning how they picked up the robot before they picked up Cardi B. I mean, no shade, but like, you know, them people don't care about Cardi. No, like, them people do not care about her. Okay? As long as their robot is cool, their investment is fine, they don't care. Child, them people, they don't care. And low-key, no shade, but I feel bad, though, because imagine doing all that, you know, twerking and grinding on the robot for it to fall on you. That's just like, whoo. Moving on from that, though, it seems like Cardi B low-key confirms she is going to be at the halftime. Yes. She was asked by an interviewer, you know how it's like press day for the Super Bowl and stuff like that. And she was asked by somebody, and they said, girl, how would you feel if you do the halftime show with Bad Bunny?
On Sunday, how excited would that be for you to do that, perform that with Bad Bunny?
That would be exciting.
What else, Cardi? Anything more behind that? Any more than excited?
It would be exciting.
Now, also, in my opinion, it would be exciting. It will be exciting. I'm not going to lie to you. The Cardi B fans will love to see that for sure. And also, it will be a moment because, you know, she really, really, really low-key helped his career. Like, before I Like It, you know, Bad Bunny wasn't really popping like that. Like, not for real. But that song took him to a whole new level. So, she may use that moment as a promotional tactic for her tour. And, you know, it'll be a great way to say, thank you, Cardi B, for putting me on your song. And let's talk, let's chat. How do you all feel about that? And I wonder, too, right? Why hasn't she had a song like I Like It again? She needs to make more music like that, for sure. Definitely. Because I feel like, you know, she needs to get out of this type of, like, American rap lane. It's not for her no more, okay? It's over with now. That's not cutting it no more, boo. So she definitely going to have to do something different, okay? In my personal opinion. But let's talk, let's chat. How do y'all feel about that? I love getting into it with y'all down below in the comment section. And yes, let's have this conversation, okay? All right, y'all. Next topic. Moving on to J. Cole. J. Cole's The Fall Off is currently aiming to debut at number 1 on next week's Billboard 200 chart with 150,000 to 200,000 units based on early forecasts. If achieved, it will make his 7th career number 1 album, with every one of his studio album releases having to top the chart. Period, J. Cole. Listen, I'm proud of J. Cole. I love J. Cole. Recently, he was out on the street selling his album physically again, like the old days. I love that. I really am proud to see artists go back to their roots to sell music, you know? He really did his big one, and I'm proud of him. I really do think that J. Cole should continue to do this. I think J. Cole is probably like top 5 most humble rappers of all time, for sure. I mean, he's a very humble rapper, and he deserves everything good coming his way. And I also do wish that, I have one complaint. I wish he did better by Ari Lennox. I just do. I mean, I feel like he didn't really promote her like that. Like, she's struggling right now. I mean, yes, granted, nobody can be responsible for your career, but I wish that he kind of pushed her a little bit more harder than he did. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I love Cole. Keep doing your thing. Moving on to Lizzo. They are blasting her ass on social media. They said, if you ever feel horrible about yourself, please remember that Lizzo referred to Epstein victims as stolen apples from Walmart. These victims were kids and defenseless women, yet she said all this just to defend Jay-Z for appearing in the files. Disgusting, cancel her. I feel like Lizzo is a person who should not be having any public opinion or anything like that, especially after her case happened. You know that case she had? I feel like after that happened, girl, you should just stay quiet with this stuff. See, she got very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. People get very comfortable and forget their own dirty laundry and their own situations. And, you know, she thought we forgot. Lizzo thought we forgot. No, girl. I know you were innocent in some way. You know, fine, cool. But, you know, you weren't fully innocent in the full grand picture in certain things. So don't act like you just above all. No, girl. Who told her ass to get online and discuss that? Who told her ass that? Lizzo, shut the fuck. Yo, Lizzo, shut up. For real. And I'm really getting mad again because why is she online saying this stuff? You comparing them victims to apples out of Walmart? Are you crazy? Are you insane? Like, of course she had to mention something edible in terms of comparison to this stuff. Like, but I just feel like sometimes people need to be quiet. Because Lizzo, we never come to, like, she wants to be this woke police. I hate people who want to be woke. SZA does that shit. Billie Eilish, Lizzo. I can't stand those always righteous woke and I'm just so above it all. And, you know, I know right and you don't know anything. I can't stand people who take pride in being the one with information and all these takes. Shut up. You're famous. Sing your song and go home. But I can't stand this whole, like, I know the deeper meaning to this stuff. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know Jay-Z. You're a fan of Jay-Z and Beyonce. All y'all are. All y'all are scared of them, too. So y'all like to deride them. You know how that one teacher in class would be like, class, be quiet. And then that one girl like, yeah, she said be quiet. That's Lizzo. Moving on to Cardi B. They said if Cardi B performs with Bad Bunny tonight at the Super Bowl, she will become the first female rapper to be invited to perform at the event on multiple occasions. Because, you know, Maroon 5 invited her to perform with them in 2019, but she declined. And my question is this, right? Who cares? Who is going to look in his history books and say, okay, Cardi B got asked multiple times to go, more than anybody else? Who's gonna do all that? Look in that. And first of all, you don't know how many times Nicki Minaj got offered to do the halftime show with other artists. You don't know how many times. And me personally, I think that people need to honestly back up. Y'all are so pressed to have Cardi B on a halftime show that you have to make it about Nicki Minaj. Every headline in association with Cardi B is always a slight jab at Nicki. It's never just Cardi B's doing this and this is good or this is great. It's always a Nicki Minaj like slight. You know what I'm saying? But also, my personal opinion, what if she doesn't perform? Like, that would be a gag. Wouldn't it be a gag if she does not perform? I'd be like, dang, child, that's crazy, girl. Moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat is out here clocking celebrities. Doja Cat said, shut up. If you are a celebrity, nobody wants to hear your ish. Let's play the clip.
If you're a celebrity, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your fucking shit. Be mysterious. Stop letting people in on your life. Have more mystique. The more they see of you, the less they'll want.
Well, first of all, Doja Cat, this eating is very annoying, okay? And first of all, I mean, she has a point, but I feel like it's okay to speak up and speak your mind, okay, Doja Cat? The reason why you don't have any diehard fans is because nobody is in your life. Nobody knows what's going on with you. Nobody knows what personal things you're going through. That's why you don't have any diehard fans who buy your music like that. People who tell their business and tell their life, whether it's in the music or in the media or on FaceTime or on, you know, Instagram Live or TikTok, whatever, people like a storyline about somebody. If all you doing is giving pop music and on stage dancing aggressively and stuff and, you know, smelling your armpit hair, that's not going to get you, like, diehard fans. That's why V flopped, because you don't understand that you have to be vulnerable. You talk about don't talk about your personal life. In your music you can. But you don't have to do it in a messy way online. You can put it in your music. And even when Doja Cat makes her music, it's very, like, vague. It's like it could fit anybody. It could fit any person. It's like she's writing and making music from a standpoint of, like, hypotheticals. So you don't know what she's going through and dealing with. Now, as an artist, are you obligated to be vulnerable and personal? No, you're not. But if you want a really, really close, tight fan base, people need to know what you go through and who you really are behind all these antics. And Doja Cat, she has the perfect personality to have a core fan base. But what she does is she pushes them to the side and acts like they're weird. And also, when it comes to celebrities being, I guess, talking too much or whatever, I don't agree. I think people should be able to speak what they want to speak. Point blank, period. And girl, wasn't you really loud during the Scarlet era? You was talking so much mess about this, and you hate your fans and this, you hate da. You be loud about all the wrong things, Doja Cat. So you are not the person that any artist needs to take for PR lessons. You do not have PR skills at all with your career. So if I were you, Doja Cat, I would shut up and continue to braid your coochie hair on live and continue eating your mangoes in your home. That probably smells like corn chips. I just know some of Doja Cat gives me stink vibe. I just know she stink. Like, if she isn't in public, like, if she's in the house all day, she's probably stinking aggressively. I don't know what it is, but something about her give me that vibe. Moving on to Latto. Latto was sitting up here and she is making some food for her man. But everybody's saying, Latto, this food look disgusting. What's going on? It looks like you went outside. You know how as a kid you would do, like, you know, dirt cake and stuff. It's giving you went outside, dig up the soil, put in some rocks, put in some grass, and just call it a meal.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they don't call me Big Mama for nothing. I'm telling you. They uncle just called me and was like, listen, because I brought their mama some, and he was like, listen, this food gone. I was like, you gotta save some.
I know, you guys just got the information.
Okay, the finished result looked better, but when it was in that pot, I'm like, girl, you trying to take 21 Savage out, girl. You trying to have him somewhere, like, passed out. You trying to get his funds or something. I don't know, his estates and everything. Well, does he have property? I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I feel like personally, when it comes down to it, I think that Latto, she can't cook. So I need her to get this nasty, trifling, disgusting food off my face right now. Get it out my face right. I'm irritated. I'm already irritated. My parlay already did not hit. Don't piss me off, Latto. I swear. What is this goop and goo you making in the... Girl, if you don't get out this kitchen. Moving on to Governor Gavin Newsom. He has declared today Bad Bunny Day in California ahead of his historic halftime show performance at the Super Bowl. Governor Newsom says, as many people know, I am a tremendous lover of the Spanish. What? It is a beautiful language spoken by many people. Okay, anyway, he's trying to pander. Now, me personally, I feel like when it comes to this, I'm not the biggest Bad Bunny fan. So I don't know, like... I just never really got the appeal of a Bad Bunny like that. And I don't want to come across as, like, weird. I mean, I don't care how I come across. You know, y'all know I don't care about that. But, like, I don't want to come across as, like, uncultured. But, y'all, is Bad Bunny good to y'all? Like, everybody gagging over the halftime show. Ooh, like, maybe the halftime show has to prove to me. Or maybe I may become a fan after watching the show. You know, I need to look at some clips. Is he a good performer? Because, you know, people like Bad Bunny and the dudes, they kind of just stand on a stage and kind of just do a little 1, 2, 3. But we're going to see what's T. We're going to see what's T tonight. I want to have some good fun tonight. Moving on. Cardi B has generated an equivalent brand value of $331.5 million for the Patriots and the NFL, per Apex Marketing Group. The figure includes print, digital, radio, TV, highlights, and social media going back to Cardi B's first game in September. Someone said, and never get it twisted, she's the clout. That's why all these bees keep wanting to create beefs with her to advance their careers. No, I don't think so. I think Cardi B picks beefs first with the girls, okay? Now, that's just how I feel. All right, she likes to go below the belt and go over the top. The girls may have a small issue with Cardi B, but Cardi B takes it to a whole different, like, unnecessary level. That's how I feel, in my opinion, okay? Child, all the celebrities are following Nicki. So on TikTok, they saying that Megan Trainor has unfollowed her after recent controversies. They previously collabed on the single Nice to Meet You in 2020. I love that song. Who you going cold when you ain't got the Me and Megan run up in your spot like pop off cause I am the reigning champ. Please no comparisons cause you know they can't. That was a good song, but I guess Megan said not no more. Somebody said Barb's can't even fat shame Megan because now Nicki is bigger than her. Oh, well, that's because Megan got that surgery. Well, Ozempic or something. She did something to her body. Like, one day she was given, like, elephant, then she given giraffe. I was like, oh, what happened? Moving on to Saweetie. Saweetie declares herself the dream Super Bowl halftime show headliner in a new interview. She says, I would say me. I have a lot of work to put in. You sure do. Where's your debut album at? You talking about the halftime show? Girl, you shouldn't even be talking about the damn Jimmy Fallon show at night. Like, you need to be focusing on getting your music out. You don't even need to be worried about, like, SNL. Like, you need to be worried about getting something out. Like, you talking about some halftime show, girl? You barely even put music out, girl. And your music be trash. Like, no. Okay, Sweetie. I love Sweetie. She's cool. She chill, but I don't think she might pop out on the halftime show, like, for like a 2020s throwback episode, but for an actual headlining act solo, Sweetie, I don't know, Sweetie, get your ass back home, girl. Moving on to Taylor Swift. Her song Opalite has broken the record for most streamed music video in a single day in Spotify history. Okay. Well, the reason why this happened was because nobody ever drops music videos on Spotify or Apple Music, so of course she won. But congrats to her. The song is cute. The song is okay. I am a Swiftie, so I do listen to all her music and stuff. This song is not bad, but I feel like this album was just trash. This new album she put out was just not good, so I don't know. But Opalite is a cute song. You know, it's like a very Taylor Swift song. It's very safe. It's very safe for her. You know, this song is safe for her. Very, very, very. Moving on to Trim. I want to get into her new song. It's called Guapo, featuring artists Bree3, Bankroll 9, and Thickney. And this song is actually good to me. I know everybody is mad at her because she's biting Nicki Minaj's style, but I like this song. It's cute. Like, y'all, like, take a listen to it.
Me the Guapo in New York Fashion Week, bitch, I'm built like a model. In the black Maybach truck, all my niggas got hollows. I'm tryna hop on the pool and shake it like no tomorrow. I'm a chocolate bitch, my nigga brown, we Reese's Pieces.
You know, this is cute. You know, it's nothing too much, nothing too advanced, but, you know, I don't think she's meant to be like a crazy lyrical artist. I like Trim, but I think that this song is just a cute little vibe. You know what I'm saying? Cute little vibe, cute little 1-2 for the clubs. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk, let's chat. What's y'all opinion down below? I want to get into it, y'all. And if you enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, y'all. Be safe.